I deliberately read that quote from Congressman Moskowitz from Florida to David Grush, because he wasn't at first a believer in this. He thought it was all like nonsense. But once he was convinced that there is something there, because every time he asked questions and started, as he said, pull on a thread, we got stonewalled. In other words, this enormous effort to shut everything down seems to have actually had the unintended effect of creating a few more believers.
There are 2 points to make from that, Elizabeth. Firstly, as you pointed out in your interview with David, if there's nothing to hide, why did they fight so hard to stop legislation that would have allowed transparency? And the second issue is, frankly, that we are going to see now the coming forward of people who the government can't control. Here was an opportunity for the president and for the congressional leadership to take a leadership role in ensuring that probably the biggest story in human history is properly told and given proper custodianship by the US government, which after all, frankly, I'll say it black and white, has presided over a cover-up for much of the last 70 to 80 years. And here was a unique opportunity from very senior people on both sides of the Congress to get legislation that would have allowed the controlled disclosure of information. And I know a lot of people say it's a very naive idea, but I can tell you, I spoke to senators, I spoke to congressmen, congresswomen, and there was a real willingness to see this brought out into the open. I think what's happened is the Pentagon has won, and so have sections of the defence aerospace industry that frankly don't want to have to disclose what they know because they're frankly worried about getting into trouble.
The United States government has gathered a great deal of information about UAPs over many decades, but has refused to share it with the American people. That is wrong, and additionally, it breeds mistrust. We've also been notified by multiple credible sources that information on UAPs has also been withheld from Congress, which, if true, is a violation of the laws requiring full notification to the legislative branch.